Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Fallen here for Sputnik Entertainment, and here we are in Hampton Bays, as they say, on location. And while we're on these shoots or project or location-based events, we decided to bring you a minute tutorial series sharing our tips, tricks, advice, techniques that we implement on our day-to-day basis. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out there like Devin Graham and a lot of YouTube channels dedicated about that and overall articles, but a lot of them talk about it in studio environment. And what we decided to do differently is actually bring it on location or outside of the studio and actually show how these techniques or tricks or whatever they might be implemented in real world environments. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is follow focus. Now, I have two different ones. It's the same thing. They came in a 3-pack. Now, for people who might not know what a follow focus system is, it's a tool that helps you have better control over your zoom and focus rings of your camera. Now, something like this, a 3-pack, costs about $15 on Amazon. Now, they can range into hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars, depending on how complex you want it. There's even the ones that you can do remote focusing of your cameras or remote zooming, and those are for setup if you put a camera in a remote location and for whatever reason you do not want to go to the camera or cannot have access to it. Something like that, like I said, might cost you thousands of dollars. But for people who are just starting out or need a basic follow focus system, like I said, on Amazon you can get a 3-pack for about $15. I know some people say that jar ties or similar tools can bring you the same effect, but this technically they're selling this as a follow focus system. And like I said, it allows you to pretty much control it over camera, any camera, because how this works is that you wrap this around the outside of there's a helicopter flying by. You'll wrap it around the outside of your lens. You usually put one on your zoom ring and one on your focus ring. So you have control over both rings. And like I said, with a 3-pack, you have a spare one, or you can create even 2 different ones depending on what kind of effect you're going for. But like I said, these things are very easy going, like I said, easy setup, easy to take off, so you don't need a lot of prep work compared to a lot of more complex or mechanical follow focus systems out there. I'm not saying they're bad, but it's just for everyday use, you might not need one of them. And I know as a beginning filmmaker, you might think that, oh my God, I need to get this $300, $400 focus system, even more. But you actually don't. You need something simple as that. I know you can make it yourself, even a follow focus system if you wanted to. But we have our BB-8. We did an unboxing of it. If you look on our channel or a few places on the internet, you can see actually this review. So he is actually going to be our focus target. So I'm going to do 2 different demonstrations. I'm going to do a zoom and focus on him with and without follow focus system. So you can actually see the difference. Now, I'll do my best. It's a bit chilly outside. My hands are a little bit cold, but I'll do my best to manually do a smooth zoom and a smooth focus into it. Another thing you might use a follow focus system for is if you see a lot of commercials or video shots, you see something out of focus and slowly get into focus. Now, you can do it in post, but it's a lot easier when you actually nail it first. And it just gives you, if you need to do any sort of minor modifications, you can do it in post. So like I said, if you do it, nail it on the first shot, if you do it actually with the camera, it saves you a lot of time in post-production. So like I said, let's take a look into how we can do it with regular zoom versus follow focus system. Okay guys, so we have here the BB-8 zoomed out. He's in focus. The background is pretty focused, a little bit blurred out. But we're going to be doing a manual focus. Now I'll be trying zoom in and zoom out several times, and once again demonstrate that doing it by hand 100% is not going to be as good as using a follow focus system. Of course, I'm not going to try doing a bad job manually, but hopefully you're going to see the difference between the two. So like I said, let's start zooming in and bring him in focus. Now zoom out, zoom in a little bit more, zoom out, zoom in. Now, overall, that was not a bad job. It was not 100%, but it was not the first thing. Now, imagine if you're carrying a 20, 30-pound camera rig all day. Your hands are tired, your hands are shaky, your focus will not be as good, or your zoom will be not as good. Once again, this is where the follow systems come into play. Hopefully, they help you out a little bit. So, like I said, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to set up the follow focus systems, and we'll see what we can do with them. Hey guys, we're back. So we have both focus rings on right now on the camera. Now do remember that this is still 100% manual follow focus systems, meaning that there is one ring on the zoom ring and there is one ring on the focus ring. And I'm still going to be manually controlling the follow focus systems. And now, like I said, this is kind of the bottom of the barrel regarding follow focus systems out there. If you want something more robotic or more smooth, like you might want to look into getting something more expensive. It can start about $100, $150, going to $300, $400 range. And if you want something super expensive and super smooth, that can cost you about $1,000 plus. But overall, let's start focusing the shot. And hopefully you can see the difference of how much smoother this is versus the traditional, like I said, when we did it 100% manually. It just creates this effect of more smoothness. Like I said, we did not do a terrible job doing it manually, but imagine if you're on set or you're doing a lot of takes like we did with this video. Sometimes your hands get tired if you're carrying a camera rig, or if you're moving or you're going from location to location. You're still human, your muscles get tired, and this overall should help you. Once again, with the zoom ring, it works about the same way. So as you see, it just gives us so much more smoothness in the shots. Now, of course, you can still have that jerky motion associated with it, but if you're trying to smoothly zoom into BB-8, and then you can, of course, adjust focus depending on how you want it to be. So if you're trying to bring BB-8 out of the shot, so you have the background right now very much in focus. Something like this. Now, once again, this was done 100% manually. And like I said, it's meant to be for people who are just trying to get a better and smoother shot. Hey guys, so this wraps up our follow focus informational video. We talked about what is a follow focus and what it's used for, how much it costs, and we gave a couple demonstrations of shot differences, 100% manual versus manual with follow focus systems involved. Now, if you have any additional questions about a follow focus systems, feel free to tweet at me on Twitter at Sputnik, or at SputnikENT on Twitter as well for our main Twitter account. Also follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/FallenSputnik, where I'll be starting to post a lot more content for you guys, and maybe I will start doing quick 60-second instructional videos as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that subscribe button and let us know that you guys like what we do, and maybe, like I said, give us an idea of what you guys might want to see next. Lastly, check out SputnikENT.com for tons of coverage from NAB to our upcoming shoots, or whatever else we might be working on. Once again, guys, you've been showing a lot of love and support over this year, but we have tons and tons of projects coming this year. I'm very excited about what we'll be doing, companies that we're going to be working with, and overall video ideas. Once again, guys, it's been your boy Fallen. I had a blast making this video, and hopefully you're going to have a blast watching this. Peace, peace.